everybody, Eric Hendrickson giving the Mortgage Minute for the week of July 21st. Well, what happened last week in our mortgage world? Two big things. We had the much anticipated inflation report known as a Consumer Price Index come out with the discussion over the impact of tariffs and with the Fed chair talking about not wanting to cut interest rates because of potentially a lag effect in inflation with the tariffs. So there's all eyes around the CPI report. When it did come out, it met expectations at the headline and core level, but upon closer inspection, we say the devil's always in the details. There were components that did show some noticeable upticks, looking at like furniture and clothing, some of those goods definitely impacted by tariffs. So that kind of spooked the markets a little bit. What we saw is recent gains in mortgage rates and bond yields basically erased, getting us back to kind of the long-term prevailing average. So we had that piece, which was a little disappointing. We did have its companion report, the Producer Price Index, PPI came out, was flat. So that was really good news, but it wasn't quite enough to get the markets back in a good mood. So really the other biggie for the week was more on the political front, where there were rumors leaked that President Trump was going to fire the Fed Chair Jerome Powell. Really roiled the market. You saw bond yields pop up on the day. Thankfully, it was dismissed very quickly by President Trump, saying that even though he has disagreements with Powell, he has no intention to fire him. So again, that would be a very controversial move and likely end up in the Supreme Court. So thankfully, that was squashed, kind of bringing us to a net neutral on the week. This week, we have the S&P PMIs, just economic activity indicators. So again, if those levels are higher and we see cost components higher, look for mortgage rates to be pressured on the week. But that's really the basic item, and then just ongoing tariff negotiations certainly could have impacts either positively or negatively depending on the outcomes. That's the update. Have a great week.